And this evening, for your viewing enjoyment, I'll be staying here at the Lafayette Hotel in Marietta, Ohio. And the Lafayette sits here on the banks of the Great Ohio and the Muskingum Rivers, and it's named after the Marquis de Lafayette. Yeah, and this hotel was originally called the Bellevue, and then it burned down several years after it was built back in the late 1800s, and it was rebuilt in the early 1900s and was named the Lafayette Hotel. And being so close to the river, it is a remnant of the riverboat era of this area. And back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, with all the traffic on the river, it led to a lot of visitors coming here for a lot of different reasons. And whatever reason those folks came to the Marietta area back in those days, you can be certain that a great many of them decided to stop by the old, would be the Bellevue Hotel in those days. Some of them would go in and have a drink, have a meal, make some friends and leave. Some would check in and get their accommodations, spend a few nights. And, you know, after all these years, they say that there's some of those people, well, they decided to stay. They're still here. They just never left. And I'm going to show you a few of the places where they might be. And one such visitor is a young fella who goes by the name of Thomas. We're not quite sure how old Thomas is in real years, but some believe he's been here since the days of the Bellevue Hotel. He's known to hang out a little bit here in the lobby, and occasionally goes downstairs. And occasionally he will speak, they say, and he will converse with others. And occasionally a phone will ring from somewhere in-house, and it's the voice of a little boy saying, "Hello, it's Thomas." So I thought that was a pretty interesting story I would share with you. Okay, hold on. The phone's ringing just a second. It might be Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hello? Hello?
All right, and now I'm going to go downstairs and wander around in, I guess, what they call the basement. And they say there's a lot of spirit activity down here from time to time. There's one spirit, they say he's the spirit of a boy, and they call him the basement boy. They haven't given him a name yet, and he likes to go around and lock and unlock doors, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Then there's another little boy, he's 7 years old, and his name is John. But when you say, "John, are you 7?" he'll say, "I'm 7, but I'm not a boy." So those are just some of the characters that they say from time to time hang out down here in the basement, and I'm giving you the grand tour. But they say occasionally, if you stop and you listen, that you might even hear someone down here calling out your name, even maybe a haunted version of Cheers. It's a place when you come to the basement and everyone knows your name, and you're just like Norm, you're a celebrity.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
Here's the lobby. There's the front desk, that's where you check in at. And this just kind of gives you an idea that when you walk in the front door over by the river, this is what you'd walk in and see. And they say on occasion that Mr. Hogue will make an appearance here in the gun room. This is the on-location restaurant. There are a lot of noises here. A lot of it is in the heating and cooling system, I'm pretty sure. And up at my room, you might hear some noises, but there's an ice machine next door. And this is an older hotel, and it comes with its share of it's just kind of like getting older and you get arthritis. I think the hotel has got some arthritis, some aches and pains, and occasionally I think it just says, ouch. But anyway, this is my room, and I'm gonna go over here and have a seat. It's been a long day. I mean, it's not a Marriott, it's not a Holiday Inn, it's not any kind of a suites motel, anything like that, but Say it's a boutique motel. These hotels are a lot of fun to stay at. So if you ever get the chance to come here and you want to go back in time, and it's neat just to kind of think how many different people have been in and out of this hotel and in and out of this room since 1880. So, well, that's about all I've got to say tonight. I'm going to shut up and go to bed because I'm tired. And last night, I would say sometime around 11ish, I was sitting on my chair here in the corner by the bed and happened to look over at the bathroom door beside the mirror. And somehow, some way, it slowly opened itself up. And this light, which you can buy at Walmart, I set it up and started to use it. I went to turn it on and it gave me a slight shock. There was some static electricity, and then it just didn't want to work. And before I leave, I just wanted you to know that I did have a pair of dress socks turn up missing. I laid them out this morning for my return trip, and they're gone. So maybe they'll turn up. Maybe I'll come back next time and they'll be here like my keys. So when I came back and I entered my room, flipped on the light, looked around, and then lo and behold, on my bed, resting on a pillow, were my lost keys. All right, travel buddies, my brief one-night stay here on the banks of the mighty Ohio River is over, and I'm about ready to head back home. And boy, what an eventful stay it was. Missing room keys, missing socks, and strange noises. If that's your cup of tea, well then this is your place. But seriously, one night is not enough for this place. I plan a return trip, and I would recommend, if you want to check it out, ask to stay in room 315 here at the Lafayette Hotel. Oh, and by the way, while you're packing and planning your trip, you might want to remember to hold on to your room keys, bring a few pairs of extra socks, and maybe some earplugs. So happy travels until next time. From Marietta, Ohio, the Lafayette Hotel.